Hi everyone, this is Sarah with CrushTheCubicle.com. This is a continuation of the short video series I'm creating that is answering the common questions that I'm getting from people that are excitedly sending in questions about, hey, what is this about? Tell me more about it. In this particular video, I'm answering the question that I've been getting about what are some of the roadblocks or objections people might have in giving Crush the Cubicle a fair shot. And that's a great question. The first one is that no matter anything, there's going to be negative people out there, people who are naysayers, saying, you know, I've tried something before, it didn't work out. You know what? Jack Canfield sent in a book called Chicken Soup of the Soul to hundreds of publishers, all of them saying no. And we all know, or most of us should recognize that name today. It's one of the biggest brands out there in terms of book brands. And in fact, I have the pleasure and honor of writing another book with one of the co-authors in the Chicken Soup of the Soul series, Barry Spielcheck, and we're coming out with a book called The Cancer Dance, and it chronicles his story in dealing with cancer, and I think it's going to be something that touches and helps many people's lives, but he probably would not have had that opportunity to first speak to people and get inspired to have a book writing career if it wasn't for Jack Canfield's persistence in the beginning and not saying, you know what, oh, I failed once or twice, a couple publishers turned me down. He said, no, you know, I believe in this idea, it's going to help a lot of people, and he made it happen. So the point there is that failure is just that, failure, but it doesn't mean that you can't succeed. And just because one time you tried or somebody else tried, again, there still is a lot of merits and a lot of potential out there. And what Crush the Cubicle is about is breaking through some of those limiting beliefs and getting you to open your eyes and be inspired to actually create the change that brings us to the type of lifestyle we truly desire. The second thing is that not only are there, you know, negative people out there, and you know, my heart goes out to them, because that's something that, you know, we all are afflicted by at some point in time, that keeps us from reaching our full potential. But I'm hoping somebody out there can hold up a mirror and get them to see how much that negative attitude is hurting them from actually being the person that they could be and having the life that they could have. The next thing is that not only are there negative people, but there's also the fact that some just have this mental conditioning from their past, whether it's culture, family, friends, society, that having a flexible career or more control over your time or traveling is not something that we do. When you think about it, you know, probably there's a huge portion of us, at least the United States, that may not have had any vacation in our first job. And we are lucky to eke away that 1 and 2 weeks a year. But to think beyond that is just not the norm. We grew up thinking you work 40, 50, 60 hours a week for your life, maybe at just 1 or 2 companies. That just isn't the only option out there, nor maybe it be the right option for you, or the healthiest, or the thing that you're going to be inspired by, or just have been so thankful for when you're at the very end of your life either. So that's the other thing that Crush the Cubicle is about. It's helping people to see past the fact of what society, of what our past, about our culture, our friends and family has told us about our careers. That's just one option. It's not the only option. It doesn't have to be the best option. The third common roadblock for people when thinking about work from anywhere careers or the potential or the Crush the Cubicle program is that they think that they themselves couldn't possibly have the skill set. You know, I'm just blah, 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 fill in the blank. Well, I'm here to tell you, you aren't just blah, blah, blah. You have a lot of power, you have a lot of potential, so much more than you could ever realize. And every single person has the ability to be somebody better than they were the day before, and to have a better life than they had the day before. You can reinvent yourself, you can expand, you can become who it is you want to become, but you have to have a goal, you have to have a vision, and you have to put a plan in place to make it happen. Anybody who's ever achieved anything difficult will probably tell you the same thing, is that they didn't know all the steps that they were going to take. They knew that there was some grayness out there, some fuzziness. They probably had some uneasiness in the pit of their stomach. But what they didn't do is let that pit in their stomach stop them, or that fear paralyze them, or the self-doubt keep them from trying. And it's just amazing that if you start down that path and you believe and you want it and you have a clear vision of where you want to be, the opportunities that start coming to you, once you just start the momentum, it's just amazing. So those are the three things that might be potential roadblocks. I hope that some of just the short discussion of them might start opening up your mind and help you push through one of those three if one of those resonated with you. If you have any more questions, I would love it if you connected with me at crushthecubicle.com/questions. You can also get a sneak peek of the book, Crush the Cubicle, 101 Jobs You Can Do from Anywhere there. And if you wish, you can get access to a free series that I do on Crush the Cubicle resources. These are some of my favorite free tools that make working from anywhere so much easier. And you can get access to that mobile phone game, Crush the Cubicle, which helps entertain you while you're plotting your escape. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.